Hi, friends. I am so happy to be back with you again this week. Okay, before we jump into the big God story for this week, let's close our eyes and let's talk to God. Are you ready? Tick tock goes the clock. Now it's time to pray. All right, God, we love you so much. Would you help us learn more about who you are? Thank you, God. Amen. Okay, today we are going to learn that God is provider. What do you think it means to be a provider? Tell someone sitting next to you what you think it means. Okay, did you do it? All right, if you told them that a provider was someone who gives people what you need, then you would be correct. God is our provider. He gives us everything we need. Okay, let's jump into the big God story for this week. One day, after many days of teaching people and healing people who were sick, Jesus went in a boat to the other side of the lake. When Jesus got to the shore, he saw a huge group of people gathering. Pretty soon, there were thousands of people. The Bible tells us there were over 5,000 men. And this doesn't even include the women and children. You get the idea. That was a lot of people. Well, Jesus welcomed the people. He knew that they had come a long way because they wanted to hear more about what was true about God. They trusted what he told them. Jesus cared so much about the people. He talked with them for hours and hours and hours about God's love for them. And he also showed them God's love as he healed the sick and the hurting people who came to see him. He showed them that he was their provider. Well, after many, many hours, the sun started to go down and it started to get dark. Everyone was getting so hungry. I'll bet their stomachs were even growling. Like that. The disciples didn't know what they should do. They asked everyone in the crowd, but no one had any food to share except for a little boy. But he only had 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. They asked Jesus, how can we feed all these people? Well, Jesus just told the people to rest on the grass. And then he took the bread and the fish and he looked up to heaven and he blessed it. That means he prayed for the food. Then he started breaking the bread into pieces. And he broke more and more pieces off and he gave them to the disciples. Well, he kept on doing this until everybody had enough food to eat and everybody ate so much that their stomachs were so full they couldn't eat any more food. Has that ever happened to you? It's happened to me. Well, the disciples went around and they got a basket and they picked up all the leftover food. And do you know what? There were 12 baskets full of food left over. How do you think he did this? That's right. God is provider and Jesus performed a miracle. Just like Jesus provided for these hungry people, God provides for your needs too. What are some things that you need? That's right. We need food, we need clothes, we need a home and people to love us and take care of us. What about joy and love? God provides that too. God cares for our needs and he will provide for us in ways that we can see and ways that we can't see. God provides for our needs every single day because God cares about us so much. That's one of the many ways that God shows his great love. God is provider. All right, friends, that is it for today. I am so thankful that you came and you joined me, and I will see you next week. Okay, bye.